Alright, let's do this. Alright, everybody, what's going on? My name is Max. I am new to the YouTube world, but I'm gonna start bringing you some crypto content, baby, and no other way. The best way, of course, to bring you the crypto content is tell you where the top of Bitcoin is. That's right. First video I'm gonna do is just gonna piss everybody off, and everyone's gonna disagree with me. Some people, I'm sure, will agree with me. Some won't. But I'm going to do a compelling argument for why I think we are getting close to the top of Bitcoin and where I think the top will be. That's right, everyone. So let's just jump right into it. So, the reason I think the top of Bitcoin will be somewhere around 75 to 80. Well, let's go full range 70 to 80,000. Somewhere in there is where I think will be the top. And this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor, but a great time to start shorting this bad boy would be right in there, and that's going to be my plan. So let's get into it. Let's see why I think that's the top. All right, well, first off, most people believe that this right here is what we're doing right here. They think this is a cycle, bear market, 4-year cycle, bear market, and then here's our next run. And people think, most common 100,000. I've heard 300, as much as 300,000, but basically another digit on here. I think it's going to be a 6-figure Bitcoin, which I disagree. At least not, in the near future. Maybe way over here in Foreverland. But anyway, so most people think it's this, and I shouldn't say most people, fair amount of people. I don't want to judge everybody, but they think it's here. They think this is where we're going. Which, 400, that seems a little high to me. Because they believe this, and this. I mean, that makes sense, but my argument is this whole thing right here, this run up, is this whole run up just a lot slower. So this run up here was super quick. What was that, 2012 to 2014, 2 years-ish? And this one's just a longer period of that same thing. And this one is, if you go bear market to bear market to bull market to bull market, 13 to 21, so 7 years. So I think this 7 to 8 year cycle is this cycle right here, just a lot slower. And here's my argument why. So first we can start with some fractals, which is the easiest way to start. We'll go with this one, and if you take this and line her up to the bottom of that, like so, and go here, that gets you, what does that get you? That gets you right at 76. So let's go ahead and mark that one. Ooh, CryptoFace is live. Alright, cool. He did put out a call earlier, so, and I saw price was rising, so good for him. Good for those guys. Alright, so, there we go. 78, we'll call it, is the top for that fractal. Change the color. Let's make it like a blue for the fractal, and let's make it bigger. No, we went dotted. We just want it bigger. No, it's too big. There we go. Okay, that looks good. So right there, 78. The reason I think that looks so good, and this fractal, or in this run, and this run, is this run, and this run, and we're like right here, so almost done, is right in here. Because if you look, let's use the square for this one. If you look, the top here fits pretty well right there, right? And then this bottom here, after we crashed here, after that run up, that fits pretty well right there. So those two line up from the top to the crash, and then the first rally is right here. Oh shit, where are we going? Okay, sorry, kid show, shouldn't be cussing. And then that fits pretty well right there, eh? The rally after the crash, pretty damn good. And then the next dump, After the rally, boom, right there. So you cannot deny that those look pretty nice. So that would mean that this comes right up here. This will come to the top here, which is 78,000. So I think that's pretty good. I mean, if you look back, I won't do it here, but if you want to look back, right in here, there was a 50% crash, just like this one, which was 56% crash. There was a crash right in here. It was just a lot slower, so you can't really see it in these candles. Plus, this is like a real weird fractal, you know. The crash was like right in here. All right, so and then the next argument to why I think this is the top, other than the fractal. So we'll leave that one. That's where the fractal thinks is our good friend Fibonacci. So if you do, let's do this first run up. Let's use the old fib tool. So if you go here and you take the top to the 236 right here, that puts pretty much at the top of that run. I mean, yeah, we wicked above it, but I mean, that pretty much nails it pretty damn good, right? So bottom to there. I mean, you could even move it up a little or do it to that one. I mean, even there to this top to this bottom, it still looks pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, it wicked up quite a bit. What was that? 184 and wicked up. Ooh, that's a pretty big wick. So not perfect, but still the top. I mean, if you shorted anywhere in there, you made, you know, a nice drop. So we'll take that one, and then this one right here, from the top to the crash, puts it damn near the top as well. So this one to the 0.236, if you use that from the top to the bottom, the 4.236 shows the full run. And then same here, if you go from the top of the run to the bottom from a normal fib extension, it gets to the 4.236 and it shows the top of that run. So logically, we do the same thing here for these two runs. And here we go. So this one will do to the 236. Hey, look at that. Nailed it. So that seems to make sense. So this run and this run, both, when you use the 236 as the top, it nails it pretty good, right? So then we look at this one, this fractal, or this run, and this calls the top. That's pretty close. At 73,000. 73,000 Bitcoin. 74. And we'll move it down a little bit. We'll use the exact number, 73. 73,630. So, I mean, that puts the top of Bitcoin between 78 and 73, right? And because this is, see that fractal lines up perfect to the top there, because it's from this one right here. Oh. Boom. I mean, this it went a little above, you know, but still pretty much nailing the top. So you could say this will wick above a little bit. So that's why I say 80, maybe 81 is where you go to the top. But no 6-digit Bitcoin. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I would love a 6-digit Bitcoin, of course. That would be amazing, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So we have the fractal that gets us to the top. This fractal of this right here. Let's just go over it one more time, just to nail it down. So we have this fractal that calls the top right here, and where this top and this crash and this rally are all the same, and then this crash again, they're all the same, as far as distances, not exactly, but pretty close. So that's a reason to think that this run and this run are this run and this run. Okay? And that puts us at, 78 for the top. And then we have the two fib extensions. We have this one, which if we put the 2, 3, 6 at the top of this crash, we get, near the top. I mean, this is a big wick. Liquidity was a little different back then. So that's a big wick, right? And then we have this one, which nails the top of this run. All right? So you take those two and you extrapolate them out on to the current two runs, and they're the same. I mean, they're not the same yet because we haven't got the top yet, but that's what I'm saying is the top. So boom, there you go. Pretty much nailed it. And then we go this one, which, that's pretty close. Which pretty much is gonna nail it. We click this value, 73. That's what we said. So yeah, so that is why I think it's the top. All right. Now there's gonna be people to disagree, whatever, but that's my plan. That's where I think it's in the top. So, first possible trading call for the channel here is if you have Market Cipher, you gotta have Market Cipher. I mean, it's the greatest indicator ever, I think. And I use it for all of my trading, and we'll be using it for all my trading on this channel. So, the 8-hour, very powerful, very, very long one. So we're zoomed in here. We're on the current run here, obviously. Everyone who knows Bitcoin knows these fractals. So let's get this circle. So this last run up we had in April, I think is going to be very similar, where we're just getting inching to the top. We're just inching, and then, we'll have a crash like this, and then we'll have forever bear market for, I don't know, 8 years longer, because like I said, I just think it's all getting longer. Bitcoin may even become less volatile. Everyone's nightmare. Less volatile Bitcoin. Anyway, that's in the future. We're focused on now. So, since I think this is the top, I think it's a great time to short, because, this could be the short of a lifetime. Maybe not. Maybe. I'm going for short of a lifetime. So we go with Market Cipher. This was the first top of our runoff, and this was the first top of the 8-hour money flow. That was pretty high up there. So was this one. So is this top. And this could be the first run up. This was the first all-time high after our big crash. And this was a big all-time high too after this crash. This was a big run up in February. This got a lot of people into Bitcoin right here. I think Elon Musk thing was right in here somewhere too. So actually it might have been no, it was right in here. No, it was right here. It might have been this candle actually. Anyway, so there's that first one, that first money flow peak, and then if you look, there's like 3 more after that that all are sort of tops. There's this one. There's this one. It's not a great circle. Deal with it. Oop, getting a little clicky. We don't want that circle. There we go. There's that one. And then there's this last one. And look, they're all getting down. I mean, that's a obvious divergence. That's why Bitcoin crashed, because we're running out of money. If anyone knows Market Cipher money flow, it's the king, and it shows money coming in and out of the asset. And this is a clear divergence. Price going up while money flow is going down. And look what happens after. So we want to catch the that's what we want to catch. So we come over here, current price action. We have the first all-time high, and look at that. We got a big old fat money flow. So we're kind of, this one kind of came up. We didn't really get we made all-time highs, but we didn't really get the peak like this one. Even here we were super flat. So we're kind of looking for another kind of peak that comes in here. Basically, I think maybe the next peak, the next run up, that is the peak we want to short next. And maybe there might be 2 peaks like there was here. What we're between this one. 26 days. What about this one? So we should have already had the second peak according to this, which we haven't. So maybe there'll just be one more peak, but you can be damn sure that, excuse me, kids channel, I'm sorry, I apologize for the language, that in this range, and if this money flow starts coming up, and we start getting momentum waves up here, you know, second ones and third ones, not the first one, you know, first one is always the first wave, and you want to catch, anyway, if anyone who knows market cipher knows, you want to like kind of catch the next diverging ones. But, you know, just start putting in little orders, you know, along here, and just shorten her and ride her down. Could be ride her down forever, you know. I'm taking my shot. So, anyway, I will also be scalping as usual. So, but that's my thoughts on the old Bitcoin and what to do. And this is not financial advice. This is my plan. Everyone has their own plan. You can plan for 100,000 Bitcoin, but this is what I'm doing. So yeah, so that's pretty much wraps up the first video for the, I think I'm gonna call it the Maxed Out Crypto channel. Hopefully I don't piss off everyone. Anyway, I'm probably gonna start doing more trading stuff. I'm going to probably start a fresh Bybit account with no trading history and profits and losses, and put like 2,000 in and try to take 2,000 and double it to 4,000 and 4,000 to 8,000, 8,000, you know, and just try that. And so we can create a community and make money together. That's what I'm about, you know. This is crypto gives everyone a chance to make money by themselves, you know. So, and not have to go to work every day, basically. I want to help everyone with that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going through it myself. I still have my own business, but trading crypto and maybe retiring and selling my other business, that'd be great. We could do it together. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. Bitcoin top in here. Everyone have a good rest of your week, and let's watch the magic unfold. All right, have a good one.